Hey, thanks for joining us here on Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey, and joining me in studio from the Polk History Center, that would be Jamie Jameson. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
You want to talk about September?
Definitely. September, as I like to call it, the gateway to the holidays.
Yeah.
We're getting close. Are you ready?
No.
Neither am I.
Yeah.
Neither am I.
I'm just ready for some cooler temperatures.
Listen, me too. What was it, like a week ago, the weather finally kind of got cool in the evening, and I was like, I came to life. It was a new day.
We just did a taping with Polk County Animal Control talking about, leaving pets in hot cars. What about leaving old guys in hot cars?
Listen, I'll roll the window down for you.
Because I do the exact same thing. I pant, I sweat, I'm like...
Yeah, and people walk by and they feel bad for you.
And nobody want to rescue me either.
Listen, I have no comment on that.
So let's talk September.
Yeah, so September, like I said, it's kind of the gateway to our busy season, and we start picking up with activities, and it's really great because September starts off with Hispanic Heritage Month. It's the only commemorative month that runs from the middle of one month to the middle of next month, because normally they start on the 1st. Well, this starts on September 15th, and we are working with Polk County Communications and PGTV to show some videos on some of the Hispanic individuals in Polk County that are making a difference in our community today, whether that's in leadership or in industry. So we're super excited about that. So we'll be celebrating that, and that'll be online through the county's Facebook page and social media, YouTube. But then also in the History Center, we have our video gallery. So we'll be playing those videos on loop in the video gallery as well.
Okay.
And then, speaking of our international friends, we're going to be hosting a naturalization ceremony at the History Center in celebration of Constitution Week. And this is going to be awesome.
I know that. You know why?
You're going to be helping?
Because we're going to be part of it.
Yeah, because you guys are live streaming it.
Yes, we are.
Last year, we weren't able to include the public in this event because we didn't have a live stream, and it's by invitation only. We want to have room for all the family members of people who are being naturalized. Well, this year it's going to be live streamed on the PGTV YouTube page on September 15th, and those streams will be starting at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. If you've ever been curious what happens during a naturalization ceremony, it's actually really interesting and uplifting to watch. And
everybody, I've seen a couple of them before, and the smiles on their faces afterwards.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
Nonstop. It's very special. Last year, I think we had an individual who was in his 80s that went through the whole process and was so excited. He's 80-something years old and just excited to be an American at the end.
And what's the date on that one?
That is on September the 15th, and it's at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. There are two ceremonies, and I think all you got to do is be on the county's YouTube page at those times, and it'll automatically stream.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then if you see the building and you're like, I want to know more about that building, the next day, the 16th, is the architectural tour with Bartholomew. I know I mention it every time I come, but he gets all dressed in character like he's the original architect, and it's just a fantastic tour.
I may have seen that a time or two.
Yeah, he is just... we have some great people that work for the county, but Bart is truly one of a kind, and we enjoy having him to share that passion for architecture and the History Center. And
I was getting ready to say there's nothing cooler than a person passionate about their work, because if you do what you love for a job, you're never really working.
That's
ever.
Right. And if you go, you have to ask him about his cane. He specifically selects the cane that he uses for each tour.
Does he have just one cane, or?
He has multiple canes that he chooses from. So he is what we call an old soul. So he likes to have all of those accoutrements when he's out doing tours: hats, canes, waistcoats. One of our volunteers actually just sewed him a new waistcoat just for Halloween.
That's very cool.
So not only is our staff really awesome, but we have some awesome volunteers at the History Center too.
You know what would finish off that? One of them little bubble pipes.
Yes, little bubbles coming out while he's giving his tour. The kids would be really into it.
Tell them I suggested it.
Yeah, I will. I'll pass it along. One of those nice curvy ones,
yeah, exactly,
right? Yeah, like on The
exactly.
Little Mermaid. Yeah, we'll have to get them that. But then then after that, we kind of get full press into prepping for the holiday season. And so this is going to be your first official notice, because I know you like to go out to Michael's and Hobby Lobby and get all your Lois is going to start receiving individuals who are interested in decorating a wreath for our Festival of Wreaths on September the 23rd.
If memory serves me right, that's like one of the biggest things that you guys do.
Yes, it is our annual event, and this will be, I believe, the 14th year that we've done it. And it's so wonderful because different members of the community decorate a wreath, right?
Yeah.
So the Lakeland Civic Center might decorate a wreath, and they've got all the things that reflect some of their different tenants, whether it's like, you know, FHSAA doing their big wrestling and basketball tournaments there, Daughters of the American Revolution. We actually even had some schools decorate wreaths last year, and I believe was one of which was one of the technology schools, and they used their 3D printer to create the ornaments.
That's
that were
really
on
cool.
The wreath. Yeah, so we thoroughly enjoy seeing the creativity that comes year after year, and of course, the community loves coming into the History Center and seeing the decorations as well. So get lined up, get on the list.
And if September is next month, you know, honestly my favorite thing that you guys that not so much you guys put on, but the county puts on.
What's that?
That's the Halloween thing out at out in Mulberry, the county park.
Oh, at one of the resource centers. Yeah.
No, well, actually, it's the whole county park, man. I used to go out there to host that, and that was just, I never realized how much of a kid I was.
Yep.
Until I watched the little kids around, I'm like, I need a hat.
I need a hat. Mm-hmm. We love to see, we do have some kids that come through dressed as like judges, and they come in like maybe old Western wear, and they come and get their picture in front of the History Center.
That is really cool.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
I want to get my robe on and my pretend robe and go out there and stand with them with a gavel, but we do have some fun at Halloween as well.
I would be like in a bathrobe with a toilet scrubber.
You know, we had last year someone dressed like that, except they had the hat on and they looked like Cousin Eddie.
Yeah.
They came by during Halloween dressed as Cousin Eddie, and I was like, "Oh, you're a little bit early, Cousin Eddie. Give us one more month."
I don't know why they call a hamburger helper.
Yeah.
Perfectly good by itself.
By itself, Cousin Eddie. I know.
So what else we got going on in September?
So that pretty much rounds us out for September. You know, we're back in school, so we have a lot of school groups that are already lined up to come in. So again, you know, if you have a homeschool group or a scouting group and you're looking for some history programming, please feel free to give us a call. Reach out to us, and we can plan custom programs that meet you where you're at in your studies. So if you're studying the American Civil War, we have plans for that. If you're studying Florida statehood, we got lots of Florida statehood. And if you're studying even World War II or more contemporary events, there's always a way for us to tie that back into Polk County. So feel free to give us a call. We're going to start picking up our cemetery tours next month.
I was saying, as those temperatures go down, you get to do the walking tours again, don't you?
Yeah, and exactly. And that you don't have to come just on the day that that's programmed. If you give us a call and you have a group of 6 or 10 people that want to do something, we'll schedule a specially programmed event in the cemetery for your group. So please, that's always a great option, especially with students, because it's a great way to show history, talk about history, and understand that these people were real, not just pages in a book or a picture in the building.
Well, you know, it's getting to be about that time, don't you?
Yep, it is. And I'm looking forward to talking about October and rolling right into the holidays next month. So can I come back?
Please.
Thank you.
You got a standing invitation.
Excellent.
All right, we'll see you next month.
Thank you.
Polk County has a rich history and heritage, and the Polk History Center is continuously thinking of new ways to help Polk residents experience that history. The museum's collection includes natural and cultural objects related to Polk and the greater Central Florida area that represents our history from pre-Columbian to present-day eras. The artifacts on display at the museum represent individuals, cultural groups, and events significant to the region. They're located at 100 East Main Street in Bartow. History Center is open from 9 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday. You need more information on exhibits, events, anything like that. You can check them out on the web at polkhistorycenter.org or call them 863-534-4386. If you enjoyed that episode of Polk Place, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and even check out the next one.